good fun. Days like these are great. You get the whole industry together, and to have, companies and corporations like Interbet and Cape Racing who are so generous with sort of time and energy into making a day like this possible is it's fantastic for everyone.
www.galloptv.co.za FM 67 handicap for fillies and mares over 1600 meters is race number 5. It will jump at 14:35. And these low division handicaps, FM 67, this is always very, very tricky, very, very competitive. The type of races that generally produce some results. So we're going to try and guide you in the right direction. And I say that with all due respect to all the runners in this field, but it's not easy here, Dees. I think pick six wise, we got to play a little bit wide. I'm going to go through my narrow first selection. Another value selection in the form of number 1, Duchess of Gold from the Robbie Hill yard with Marco van Rensburg aboard. Now I see this horse has been dropping in the ratings slightly. Will race off a 67, does have a good draw, is trading at around about 7-1. And if you go back in the earlier form, I see Marco van Rensburg, he's won on this horse before. That was obviously the maiden victory on the 5th of March. He's ridden this horse in the last start from a wide draw, drawn 7 out of 8. Now drawn 1 with that rating drop. I'm going to be having a bit of a place bet on this horse and maybe a small win bet.
Well, 9-2, you mentioned. Draw 1. Devon's liking at a horse at 9-2. The betting is number 1's at 9-2, 3 at 7-2, 4 at 6-1. There is anti-post betting support Hollywoodbets for number 6, Fields of Green, from 11-2 into 9-2. 9 is at 11-2, and then it's 10-1 and better the balance. I just want you to please lend your thoughts on number 3, Queen Bomi, because you watch, just like myself, you watch racing all over the country, and you do a lot of, scribe writing in the respective centres and even selections. So this horse, Queen Bomi.
Yes.
I've been following her, and I've actually gone for places with her. In fact, her last 3 starts. And,
me too.
She is an honest sort. I'll tell you this, and this is where I have swayed myself to actually go for her again. From her last start, that horse, Silver Clock of Fani Broncos, was 6 in that race.
Yes.
Came down the other day and won a really good race on the poly track. I think if she takes to the surface, just look at Rachel Vinegar and Paul Matchett this season. 42 rides, 12 wins. That's close to 30%.
Yeah.
Rachel rides well. She knows these horses. When she gets the opportunity for Paul Matchett, she really rides well. And I think number 3, Queen Bomi, at around 7-2, could be the right horse in the race. Of the balance, just quick comments. Lady Macbeth is carrying 60.5, but last time she carried 61. She ran well. Hatter, course and distance is there. Fields of Green, that the 2 runs out the maidens haven't been the worst.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's not bad runs at all, and you have to throw a horse like this into the equation. It's never far off the action lens-wise.
Will a horse like Quinabi at 12-1 shock you as a winner from draw 11 out of 11?
Definitely not. This has to go in the pick 6. I've got this down jotted. This horse can really turn it on. And if the race maps out for her, she's going to be running on very, very strongly. It would not surprise me to see a horse like this winning.
And Time to the Moon, Waishong Mawing's runner was quietly fancied last time out on the poly track behind Jazz Diva. Angelic 14, the list just goes on. It's looking like a field race, Devon. I think when you started off this preview, you mentioned that this could be one of the tougher races to try and narrow down your selections and get through with the minimum spend. So I'm willing to take the field here because I like a few horses at the back of the card. The latter part of the meeting is where I think I'm going to go strong. So I'm willing to include horses here. And my roving banker is going to be number 3, Queen Bomi. I think for the place accumulator, I'd like to think that she's a banker.
I like that.
But maybe include your horse, numbers 1 and 3, for the place accumulator, but for the pick 6 field.
Yeah. Just touching on number 3, Queen Bomi again. We all, as punters and racing enthusiasts, we look for different things.
Yes.
Just touching on number 3, Queen Bomi. I mean, if you draw a line through that last run on the 21st of July,
Yes.
and if you go way back and you draw a line through that last run on the 22nd of January 2022, the form is absolutely outstanding.
Faultless.
Now, if memory serves me correctly, and I say this with all due respect, if you go back to the that run where she ran 13.5 lengths behind Legislate's Dance, she didn't really look the best going down to the start. Like I said, I say that with all due respect.
Yes.
And when the horse went down in the last start on the 23rd of May, looked absolutely smashing. I said, this horse has got to finish in the money. So just some advice out there. Have a look at her going down to the start. If she looks well, she's going to run an absolute cracker.
Yeah, and now she's travelled as well, number 3, Queen Bomi. So we like that, and Devon likes number 1, Duchess of Gold. So 1 and 3 possibly your right numbers for the place accumulator. But in the pick 6, fortunate or unfortunate, we'll see when the result comes up. We are playing the field.
The betting, the not so much anymore, is more down to my own fault. I need to get studying again to get the edge back. But yeah, it's a great product. I love the exchange. It's really, in my opinion, one of the better bookmakers, if not the best bookmaker out there.